In my review of the previous chapter, I said that this chapter is one of those chapters. But for this chapter, I don't think I can say that, because I don't remember that we got a chapter like this one. It's great to read a chapter that is about the main storyline. This helps you understand the core of the story. Based on what Oda did reveal in this chapter, we can understand why he said that one arc will be bigger than the Marineford arc. If what did happen in the God Valley will happen in Wano, where legends did fight each other until one side was totally destroyed. Then, of course, the Wano arc will be bigger, because I also expect a lot of more characters to join the battle in Wano. Because the Straw Hats are not on the level of Garp and Roger, so I expect other legends to join the battle against Kaido and Big Mom. It would be great if Luffy would team up with Shanks, but I don't think that will happen. Oda will not burn 3 Yonkos in one arc. A couple of things that I have said in my videos got confirmed in this chapter. For saying those things, I got a lot of comments saying that I am wrong or I am making things up. One of those is Shanks became a Yonko after he lost his arm. And in this chapter, Oda did confirm that Shanks became a Yonko 6 years ago. This is not the first time that people did doubt my analysis of the story, and I don't think it will be the last. But I don't think that's a good idea. Anyway, let's start from the beginning. Akainu is talking to Fujitora. The first thing I did notice is that Fujitora is in bandages. So this means that the revolutionaries did put up a great fight. It is not a small achievement to wound an admiral. But finding that out makes me even more sad that we did not get to see that fight, which it seems like it was an epic fight. Skip no Mi was at work again. Damn that devil fruit, I wish it did not exist. When Akainu is telling Fujitora that the Shichibukai system is abolished, I did expect Akainu to say, I don't think we agree on a lot of things, but I do agree on the Shichibukais. We don't need anyone who doesn't believe in absolute justice. I mean, that's what he told Kobe right before he tried to kill him. But I guess Akainu is a big fan of the end justifies the means. Fujitora is going somewhere with his crew. Now, I know that Akainu did say to him you cannot enter a marine base without the heads of Luffy and Law. And guess where Luffy and Law are at the moment? The only reason why Fujitora would not go to Wano is if he is chasing the revolutionaries, since that task takes priority for now. Fujitora looks like he is from Wano, and that's what makes me think even more that we will see Fujitora in Wano. And then we go to a marine meeting, where a saint called Sengoku is dropping gold like it's nothing. In this chapter, Sengoku is my favorite character. This is how you tell stories from the past. I'm really impressed with Sengoku. I appreciate the information. But I'm angry at Oda. You cannot mention these legendary characters doing legendary things and not show us. My brain will blow up from curiosity. Damn that devil fruit. The skip no Mi is at work again. But all jokes aside, do you really want to know why Oda is not showing these legendary events, whether they are happening now or in the past? It is not that he doesn't want to. Trust me, he wants to. Things like those are the most fun for a writer to do. In scenes like those are where a writer can show his skills and what he is capable of. And that's where he can stamp his authority in the storytelling world. That's where he can make the difference from the other writers. And that's why they spent almost all their lives honing their skills for legendary events like those ones. If you would ask Oda which event do you want to draw more, the battle of Garp and Roger against the Rocks Pirates, or the revolutionaries against the Marines, or the main character punching a metal. You don't need to spend all your life to hone your skills as a writer in order to show a character punching a metal. Because even an amateur writer can do that. So, based on that, we can understand 2 things. Number 1, it is not that there is no time. If there is time to show the main characters doing ordinary things, then there is time for other things as well. Was it really necessary to dedicate almost 50 chapters to a basic setup for the one arc? Number 2, it is not that Oda doesn't want to. But if that's the case, then why is not doing it? Well, since One Piece manga is geared towards the masses or the casual fans, it is not good to spend time on any other storylines where the main character is not involved. And from the business perspective, this is a great strategy. You can see the success that One Piece is having in sales. One Piece is number 1, and no one is close. But by doing that, the story does suffer. So, in short, Most of the masses, they read the manga or watch the anime only because of the main character and not the story or the writer. Most of them don't know the name of the writer. So it does not matter how great a certain storyline or a certain character is. As long as they don't see the main character, they are not going to like the chapter. So if Oda will focus on other storylines or characters, they are afraid that the sales will drop. So the reason why real One Piece fans cannot see these legendary events is due to other people's limited brain capacities. They cannot process more than one storyline. And because of these weaklings, Oda and we have to suffer. But I really did expect that when we reach towards the end of the story, Oda would not care that much about the sales. Considering how popular and profitable One Piece is, to take a little bit of risk I don't see as a big deal. One Piece manga, anime, games, merchandise, etc. has earned so far around $20 billion. One Piece brand is one of the most successful in the entertainment industry, in the world, and not just in Japan. If I could give Oda a piece of advice, it would be this. Think about your legacy. You are a writer and not an accountant. Numbers do not matter in the storytelling world. Do you want to be remembered as the writer who did skip a lot of things? A story is judged based on what it shows, and not how good it did in the market. Anyway, Oda did reveal the bounties of a couple of legendary characters in this chapter. I personally could not care less about the bounties of these legendary characters. Do you know why? Bounties are great. It is a very useful storytelling technique for all the characters except for the legendary characters. When a new character is introduced, and if the bounty is high, then you know that this character is strong, or he did something big that even the world government is paying attention and they are considering him a threat. And that's exciting. But when it comes to the Yonkos, we all know that they are very strong and they did incredible things, and that's why they did earn the title of a Yonko. So that's why their bounties do not do anything for me. Now you can say that the bounties can be hints who is the strongest amongst them. Yes and no. Like I said before, bounties are given for different reasons. One example is that the pirates with a D in their names will get usually a higher bounty due to what they represent. They're natural enemies of the Tenryubitos. On the last page, Oda is hinting that the Marines will have no choice but to join the battle in Wano. The reason why Wano is so important to pirates is the poneglyphs and knowing how to read them. So once they will figure that out, they will have no choice but to get involved, because they don't want to deal with another pirate king. Thanks for watching.